Hello and a very warm welcome. Driver ratings for the mid-season. All 20 drivers covered as we rate them out of 10 for their first half of their season. Unfiltered, unbiased. We're going to jump straight into it. Comment down below yours. This is a video we do every year. We're rating them for the first half of the season. Let's jump into it. Lando Norris, 8. Yeah. He's had 5 wins, 4 poles, and he was sensational at Hungary. He's had the odd bottle. McLaren should be streaks ahead in the title, really. He did hit the back of his teammate at Canada, which was probably his biggest low point. But, yeah, he's won races. He's got pole positions. Obviously, he needs to be a bit more consistent. But we've seen really good drives by Lando Norris, Silverstone, and Hungary. Very good. Oscar Piastri, 9. 6 wins, 4 poles, leading the championship. But if we're being super critical, it should be more. Piastri should be streaks ahead of Lando. But his weakness, I've got it written down here, Austria, Silverstone, and Hungary was weak mentally. And he didn't get called out for it. And I don't like that. Why is Oscar Piastri getting a free pass? Austria, he was a pussy, apologising to the team for trying to overtake your title rival is pussyish. Jumping on the brakes at Silverstone, what's that all about? And Hungary, again, fucking half-assed moves rather than putting a move on. All this papaya rules, fuck off, man. Charles Leclerc, 9. Absolutely outstanding. No one's going to give him 9, but he deserves 9. Absolutely outstanding. If you take his car, his machinery, what he's done this season, he shouldn't have done it. And yeah, he's had 5 podiums in that shitbox that is a Ferrari. He's battered Lewis week in, week out. Charles Leclerc, sensational. Outperforming the car every week. I've been impressed with Charles Leclerc. Yes, he's only 5th in the drivers, but outstanding Charles Leclerc. Really good. First half of the season, he's been very impressive. Big up Charles Leclerc. Diverse, Lewis Hamilton, 3. Mucky. Disappointing. Underwhelming. No standards. No pride. And Lewis Hamilton needs a big hard look in the mirror. Oh, but he won at China. He won a sprint race at China. And what? One highlight. That's his only highlight in the first half of the season, winning a sprint race at China, where he basically just led, like Alonso famously said once, he can only lead from the front. Underwhelming, disappointing, and nowhere near good enough for Lewis Hamilton. Destroyed by Charles Leclerc week in, week out. Not good enough. Max, 8. He's had some sensational moments this season. Really has. Exceptional pole laps when he should not be on pole. The 2 wins. The move round Oscar Piastri at Imola is world class. He also won at Japan. Another sensational pole lap. But Max is probably out the title fight now, and them 2 races will cost him. Austria, where he got took out by Kimi Antonelli. That was huge. And then his road rage moment as he went into the side of George Russell will cost him the title this year. 1 foot 1, 2. 1 foot 1. I mean, he was at Racing Bulls. He scored a couple of points. Then he got the promotion, which is more like a demotion at the minute. And yeah, since he's gone to Red Bull, it's been dreadful by Yuki Tsunoda. He struggled, and he looks a broken man. He wants to come out and say how he really feels, but he's holding back because he's been told by his PR team. 10 points all year for Tsunoda. Well, it's nowhere near good enough. He's got to be judged as we judge everyone else. 10 points this season. Yes. Just checking down my drivers. Have I got that correct? 10 points. Yes. He's 18th in the drivers. Disappointing. I like 1 foot 1, but he's got to be rated. as everyone else. George Russell, 8. I actually think 8 is a bit too harsh. I think George could be a 9. But I know I'm going to get pelters in the comments if I give him 9, so we'll stick with 8. I actually do believe it could be 8 or 9. He's been sensational, George Russell. Super consistent. Carried Mercedes on his back. He won in Canada. Sensational, George Russell. Really good first half to the season. Super consistent. Team leader. Yeah, brilliant. Can't really say any more. Absolutely brilliant. The fact that he's not got a contract yet is sickening. Antonelli, 6. I was going to give him 5, but I'll give him 6. Podium at Canada. Yeah. Qualifying is a big weakness of Kimi Antonelli. He really needs to improve his qualifying. He's made a lot of silly errors, but he has also had some bad luck in there as well. The European races was terrible for Antonelli. Yeah, managed to score in Hungary, but yeah, struggled during the European races. Hopefully we can see. Italy will be interesting when we go there. Fernando Alonso, 5. Quite average first half of the season for Alonso. We judge him very highly. He's had a lot of bad luck, but he took ages to score his first point. And yeah, he's currently level on points with Lance Stroll. Yeah, so if we're judging Alonso, he should be beating Lance Stroll easily. So yeah, Lance Stroll, 6. I actually do believe he's had a good, decent first half to the year for Lance. He's level on points with Alonso. He was brilliant at Silverstone. He was on for a podium. Yeah, you can smash Lance when he's doing shit, but he's done quite well for Lance's standards. Froglegs, 8. Carrying Alpine on his back. Some of the performances we've seen by Froglegs, sensational. He's arguably driving the worst car. And yeah, some of his displays have been really impressive. You could argue Gasly's been driver of the season. Yeah. Doohan and Colapinto. Like, Doohan won. He got dropped mid-season. So yeah, it's not really improved with Collie coming in. But yeah, I would have to give Doohan 1 and Colapinto 1. Colapinto, since he came in, has done nothing. And he's a shadow of his Williams self. Yeah, Doohan and Colapinto, useless. I mean, absolutely terrible. Doohan got sacked. Colapinto can't score. As 2 drivers, they've scored 0 points. I mean, horrible. Horrible. And probably people's worst driver this season. Liam the Lesbian Lawson, 4. I got a promotion 9 races in, did nothing, but I had a Red Bull drive. I had a horrific start, no confidence. I was qualifying last, and then I've regained my confidence at Racing Bulls. Charlie Boy said I'd be dropped by Mai. He was quite right, but it was actually March. Yeah, Lawson, 4. Yeah, he's gaining his confidence back now, which is good to see. But yeah, his first start to the season was terrible. Hadjar, 8. Probably my best rookie of the season, Isaac Hadjar. If you go back to the first race where he crashed in wet conditions, was it under the formation lap? I believe it was. The way he's fought back, impressive, Isaac Hadjar. This guy, 22 points on the board. Yeah, huge balls to bounce back after that Australia disappointment where he was in tears. Esteban Ocon, 7. This guy has gone under the radar. I tell you what, Ocon, he's barely got a mention this season, but if you actually look at the statistics, he's 10th in the drivers. He's gone under the radar, Esteban Ocon. Really has gone under the radar. He got 5th in one of the races, didn't he? Can't really remember where that was off the top of my head, but yeah. Was it Spa where he finished 5th? We'll have to check back on that one, but one of the races he finished 5th in one of the sprints. Yeah. Ocon's gone under the radar. You could even give him 8, I think. Ollie Bearman 5. Finished a lot in 11th. 11th is his favourite number. He's 19th in the drivers with only 8 points though. Wow, I could not believe that when I saw that. Carlos Sainz 1. My worst driver of the season. 16 points is an absolute disgrace by Carlos Sainz. Does not look comfortable in the Williams. And to get battered by Alex Albon is simply unacceptable by Carlos Sainz. A race winner, a podium man, a pole man. You should have higher standards, Carlos. Right, Alex Albon. He's got the personality. What was that? Anyway, someone not draw banging. Alex Albon has not got a personality. It's like wet mentality. But I've got to give him the rating he deserves. I'll give him 9. Best of the rest. Alex Albon. 8th in the drivers. Carried Williams. 54 points. And Carlos Sainz has got 16. That is exceptional. And he is the main reason Williams are 5th in the constructors. Gotta give him his dues. Credit where it's due, Alex Albon. Great first half of the season. Nico Hülkenberg 8. Oh my god, this guy's nearly gave me heart failure over the season. I mean, he doesn't qualify very well, but then he storms back through the field. We had one at Spain, and then Silverstone, he nearly actually keeled me over. He made a grown man cry at Silverstone. I've nearly keeled over. My heart beats at like 552. I mean, Hülkenberg, you beautiful specimen. To get that podium is incredible. That moment cannot be topped. It cannot be topped. That is the best moment of the season for me. It was brilliant. He's 9th in the drivers, so he's just behind Albon in the drivers. Great recovery drives. Qualifying massive weakness for the Hulk. Gabriel Bortoleto 7. Impressive. He's done well against Hülkenberg in qualifying. He's beaten Hülkenberg in qualifying. And he's just had an exceptional performance at Hungary. So yeah, there we go. So there we have it. Driver ratings for the mid-season. All 20 drivers covered. Unfiltered, unbiased, straight down the pipe. I don't care whether you're 7 foot or 4 foot tall. I give an honest rating. No favouritism. I could have gone higher for George, definitely. I don't. I've gone high for some drivers who deserve it. And I've crucified Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz, for me, I did a poll about it. Who's the worst driver? And a video about it. Carlos Sainz, the worst driver for me. Adios. Adios, amigos.